Mail. I got something special for you. And by the way, all the money's in the bag.
There is $50 million on the table. If this is real, which I'm kind of skeptical that it is.
But it's a lot of money, and you know, we really want to do the fight in the UK. We've built something incredible there, and all the basis of us doing the fight and our offer was to do it in the UK. But
Deontay Wilder threatens Derek Chisora while putting $50 million on the line. In a moment that sent shockwaves through the boxing world, Wilder threw down the ultimate challenge. He warned Chisora that if he somehow managed to defeat him, he'd be handing over a staggering $50 million. The tension was palpable, Wilder's stare icy, his threat unmistakable. This wasn't just a fight, it was war.
They said they wanted 50 mil, so I gave it to them. So soon we'll see the fight. Are you serious? He gotta be a man of it. He gotta be a man of his word. If he ain't a man of his word.
Eddie Hearn highlights the skepticism surrounding Wilder's bold $50 million claim. While respecting Wilder's stature, Hearn questions the source of such a massive sum, wondering how realistic it is. The setup seems larger than life, almost cinematic, and it adds a layer of intrigue and drama to the fight buildup. Fans are left questioning if this is bravado or a serious financial statement, heightening anticipation for the clash.
it's a lot of money, and you know, we really want to do the fight in the UK. We've built something incredible there, and all the basis of us doing the fight and our offer was to do it in the UK. But
Bernard Hopkins highlights the undeniable financial logic behind Wilder versus Chisora, with sums reportedly reaching $60, $70, even $80 million. It makes perfect sense for both fighters to step in the ring. Why risk smaller fights when the payday and exposure of this bout are massive? At the end of the day, money drives decisions in boxing, and this fight is shaping up to be inevitable.
Eventually, they're going to eventually have to fight because nobody else is going to bring the money. After all of the conversations between both guys, at the end of the day, why fight someone else and have a chance on losing when you can fight and get 60, 70, 80 million dollars? After a while, financially, it will make sense for them.
Derek Chisora gave fans a rare glimpse behind the curtain during this intense face. Off with Deontay Wilder. Hesitant at first, he almost held back, but ultimately decided to step onto the stage, showing he's ready for his milestone 50th fight. This unscripted moment perfectly captures the raw unpredictability of boxing two seasoned heavyweights sizing each other up, with tension crackling in the air and the crowd on edge, knowing the real fight is still to come.
Fight number 50, I showed it to you. I was not meant to show it to you, but I figured out I'm right here, so let's do it.
You were reluctant at the first, you weren't going to get on stage, and then you waited. Was that all planned?
Nah, I don't plan.
Francis Warren issues a stark warning about Derek Chisora taking on Deontay Wilder, calling it potentially disastrous. He highlights Wilder's devastating power, arguably the hardest punch in heavyweight history, and reminds fans that age and wear are factors in Chisora's favorability. Warren's caution underscores the brutal reality of the matchup. One wrong move could end the fight instantly, making this clash as dangerous as it is highly anticipated.
I said, please don't let him fight Wilder. That's the one fight, you know, out of all of them. I just think it'd be a disaster for him. Doesn't need that, you know. If he was going to fight on, fight on, but don't do that. That's you know, I mean, it's the hardest punch in heavyweight, probably in heavyweight history. I think if you look at the stats, and I just think Derek, and I think he's probably a little bit older than me, Derek. So you know, this thing, you know, whatever condition you're in, he's, you know, he's going up against the guy who.
Eddie Hearn frames Derek Chisora as a significant underdog against Deontay Wilder, emphasizing the sheer danger in this clash. While Chisora has power and experience, Wilder's knockout ability is undeniable. Hearn predicts that even if Chisora survives the early rounds, Wilder's relentless force could end the fight by the 5th or 6th round, making this a high-stakes, brutal encounter for the veteran. Brit.
Do you believe that Derek Chisora can beat Deontay Wilder?
I think he's a big underdog in the fight, and I think he may also get knocked out in the fight. If he gets past 5 or 6 rounds with Deontay Wilder, he's banging that fight. He might not get through 5 or 6 rounds with Deontay Wilder, but he's fighting.
Frank Warren explains that the Wilder versus Chisora fight was always destined to happen, with the finalization simply slowed by contracts and negotiations. Both fighters were determined to make it happen, understanding the financial and competitive stakes. Warren emphasizes that when two athletes genuinely want the fight, organizing it becomes straightforward, and Wilder sought a meaningful matchup, making this clash inevitable and highly anticipated.
On the matter, it was always it's on. It was a matter of getting the contract signed, and lawyers going between each other sometimes takes longer than it takes to make the fight. But it was always on, and it was on because both fighters wanted it. And I've said it many times, you know, the guys want to fight each other, it's not difficult to do. Wilder wanted a meaningful fight.
Tyson Fury lays it out with full respect for both warriors, highlighting the sheer magnitude of this clash. He paints Wilder as the tenacious American champion and Chisora as the fearless UK warlord who has never avoided anyone. Fury predicts fireworks, backing Chisora for a potential stoppage while stressing the stakes. A title could be on the line. This is a heavyweight showdown that fans simply cannot miss.
So I've just seen that Chisora and Deontay Wilder are going to do a fight. I think this is a great fight. You know, I've fought both of these men 3 times each, actually. Just thought of that. And I think it's a very, very good fight. But on this one, I'm going to go with my boy, Del Boy, War Chisora, for a stoppage. Get up there, Derek! Come on! It's coming home. And there should be a belt on the line too. So one of you sanctioning bodies, you got 2 legendary fighters here. A champion, world champion with 10 title defences from the USA, and an absolute warlord from the United Kingdom who's fought everybody, never ducked anybody, and would have been a good heavyweight in any era. Derek Chisora. Let's go!
Adam Smith breaks down this fight as a true 50-50 clash. Wilder still possesses arguably the hardest single punch in boxing history, reminiscent of Ernie Shavers, but questions remain about his form after the Fury trilogy. On the other side, Chisora continues to grind and stay sharp, proving his resilience and experience. With this being his 50th fight, the stakes are huge. Scheduled for April, this bout promises intensity, drama, and high drama in the heavyweight division. Both fighters bring power, heart, and a fan base hungry for fireworks. It's a battle that could go either way.
But it's a fantastic, almost, you could say a 50-50. We don't know what Wilder's got left, obviously. He possesses the biggest, probably single punch power since an Ernie Shavers, but he didn't look great. Well, hasn't looked great, has he, for the last couple of years, probably since the Fury trilogy. And Derek continues to keep grinding results out. And once that 50th fight, it will be a fantastic build-up, we know. It looks like it will be announced. I'm hearing April. I just think it's a great battle.
Andrew McCart highlights why this fight makes perfect sense. Wilder, coming off some losses, is trying to re-establish himself, while Chisora is at his peak, making this the ideal challenge for his milestone 50th fight. Instead of speculating on a Wilder versus Usyk matchup, this heavyweight showdown offers immediate excitement and clear stakes. Both fighters bring veteran savvy, knockout power, and unmatched determination. The timing couldn't be better. Wilder looking to reclaim relevance, Chisora cementing his legacy. It's a clash of experience, endurance, and draw power, promising fans a genuine heavyweight spectacle that could define both careers.
To me, especially at this stage of their career. I mean, Wilder's coming off a couple of losses. I know he's got the win back a few months back, and Derek Chisora's on a good run of form. 3 great wins, Joe Joyce and Wallen of late. So I do like this fight. I like this fight more than I do Wilder
Paulie
versus...
Malignaggi sees this fight as far more compelling than a potential Wilder versus Usyk bout. Both men may be past their prime, but heart and character remain. Chisora, battle-tested and relentless, faces Wilder, whose power is legendary, but form is inconsistent. Malignaggi suggests that under the right conditions, Derek could pull off an upset. Wilder's losses show vulnerabilities, and Chisora's experience combined with grit could turn the tables. This isn't just about power, it's about timing, mental toughness, and seizing the moment. Fans should expect an unpredictable and thrilling fight where determination might outweigh raw talent.
That it was likely that we were going to get Wilder versus Chisora, and it was going to happen in London, and that a press conference was imminent. Now, I text one of my contacts, and that would be in the zone because I just assumed it would be on the zone. And he was like, no, I don't think about it. And I was like, okay, that's weird. Like they're reporting a press conference.
Sergio Mora breaks down why Wilder versus Chisora makes perfect sense, far more than the rumored Wilder versus Usyk matchup. Chisora fits the bill as a seasoned veteran with a track record of facing top opponents, even if he's fallen short against some of them. Wilder, similarly, is a fighter with devastating power but inconsistencies. Mora emphasizes the balance, Wilder brings knockout potential, Chisora brings experience and grit. With both men at this stage of their careers, it's not just about who hits hardest, it's about timing, strategy, and mental toughness. This fight promises high drama, with Chisora's veteran savvy going up against Wilder's punching power. Fans are guaranteed a thrilling, unpredictable clash that makes total sense for the heavyweight division.
What do you think of Wilder versus Chisora?
I love that fight. It makes more sense than Wilder and Usyk. I think we had a topic saying that Usyk was going to fight Wilder. I'm like, for what? I go, he should be fighting someone that's already on his side, where he's lost or he already's been knocked out, that has a name but is not at the top level. And Derek Chisora fits all those boxes, even though he is on a 3-fight win streak. Chisora has fought all the big names, have come up short, similar to Wilder.
Liam Goff explains why Derek Chisora is the perfect opponent for Wilder at this stage. Chisora has earned his place with consistent wins and is highly ranked, showing he's still in peak form despite being a veteran. Goff stresses that fans shouldn't begrudge him this matchup. He's coming off impressive victories and is battle-tested against quality opponents. For Wilder, facing Chisora provides a meaningful challenge with high stakes, both financially and for legacy. The combination of power, experience, and momentum makes this fight compelling. It's a matchup where both men have something to prove, and the stakes ensure that the crowd will witness an intense and action-packed heavyweight showdown.
For fight number 50. But you still kind of want to know, like, we're not hearing anything about, networks or anything like that. I don't think I heard anything from Frank Warren. So you're thinking, like, what's going on here?
MGM Sports highlights the significance of this fight for Chisora's 50th bout. This milestone matchup isn't just another fight. It's a career-defining moment where he faces a legendary puncher in Deontay Wilder. Beyond pride, the financial incentive is massive, making this clash as important off the canvas as it is inside the ring. Chisora enters in peak condition, bringing experience, durability, and a veteran's mindset. Wilder, on the other hand, has the single punch power that can change the fight instantly. This isn't just about legacy, it's about seizing the moment. Fans can expect a thrilling, high-stakes fight where power meets experience, and the outcome will echo across the heavyweight division.
Derek Chisora can fight another big name for his 50th fight. He's going to make a lot of money. And you know what? Yeah, guy on current form, I will back Del Boy to go in there and smoke Deontay Wilder, man.
Adam Smith calls this matchup a perfect storm in the heavyweight division. Both Wilder and Chisora are seasoned veterans with proven knockout power, experience, and resilience. Smith emphasizes that this isn't just another fight. It's a test of skill, heart, and endurance at the later stages of both fighters' careers. The clash promises fireworks, with Wilder's fearsome power meeting Chisora's grit and veteran savvy. For fans, it's a dream matchup, blending high stakes, potential drama, and unpredictability. Every punch matters, and every round could swing momentum. This is the kind of heavyweight battle that defines legacies and gets the crowd on their feet from bell to bell.